What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing a video where we talk about the top 5 best and worst value point guards in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. We're going back in this series in 2K18 and 2K19, and actually this was the original. If you guys don't remember, back in 2K70, this was the original kind of series that took off on my channel. This went along with Intangibles, but you know what? Tradition is tradition. We're going to be doing this probably twice this year. We're going to do it around now. Hopefully I'll get this done by Christmas, get through all 5 positions, and then obviously we're probably going to do it towards the end of the year in like April, May. But yeah, so if you guys like this content, leave a like for you. 250 likes would be insane. And as you guys can probably tell, I am all out of major ideas. Well, actually not really. Today's kind of a busy day. I was busy with college, I have a lot of other stuff on, so a couple of the videos are going to be kind of quicker videos to make. But again, I do have a list of these type of videos, so I always can make them on days when I don't have as much time. But anyway, now let's get on to it. But before we get on to the players, I just need to say one thing. This is not who is the best player, who is the worst player. This is purely based on value. There are cards on the worst value list that are better than all of the cards in the best value list. But again, it is based on one thing and one thing only, and it's value. So for example, if there's a 5k MT card and an 80k MT card, if the 80k MT card is a bit better, but only very slightly, obviously the 5k MT card is much better value. And this is all just about bang for your buck. So at number 5 is just purely based on rarity, and it's Malcolm Brogdon for 80k. Is Malcolm Brogdon good? Yes. Is he 80k good? No. And again, a big thing is that it is a lot of this due to rarity, and to be honest, I could not care less about why they're bad value, as I always say with these type of players. All that matters is that they're bad value. And the thing is that he locks in, like it's not like he locks in for anyone great. I'm pretty sure he locks in for Luka Doncic. And that Doncic card isn't anything spectacular. And Hall of Fame catch and shoot, he's got 24 goal buys including dimer. He's got quick draw, range extender, floor general, but you know what? He doesn't seem to have quick first step. Doesn't have it. So he's a point guard without quick first step. Sure, he shoots the 3 ball really well. Sure, he's quite tall. He got good ball handling stats, a decent defender. But you know what? He's not particularly fast for a point guard. Isn't going to blow by people. And there are definitely 15, 20k alternatives that are much, much better than Brogdon. As you can see, no one's buying him, and in about 10 seconds there will be none of these Brogdons on the market, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, a great card, don't get me wrong. Problem is that he is just horrendous value right now. And to be fair, I can say the exact same with number 4. At number 4 for around 75-ish KMT is John Wall. You can definitely argue John Wall and Brogdon to be flipped. But again, I don't know why I just prefer using Brogdon, but an argument can be made, and it probably is true that John Wall is the better point guard. So, whereas Brogdon didn't have quick first step, John Wall has Hall of Fame. He's obviously really good. Got dimer, he's pretty sure he does have quick draw as well. No, he doesn't. Okay, that is a bit of a problem, but this John Wall is fantastic. A really good card. The problem is that for 74k, you're getting a point guard that obviously no quick draw. He's got only silver clamps, so he doesn't have gold clamps. He's also got a 3 ball of only 79, which is not terrible, but not great either. He's got obviously good ball handling. Perimeter defense is decent. Speed's unbelievable. But you're getting a card that's not really much of a shooter. Obviously, he's going to be an unbelievable slasher. But again, you're paying 74k. If you want to pay that much for a point guard, you better be getting everything. Because for that price, especially if you're going like 2s at the 1, like you can get a James Harden for pretty much that price, who's just a much better offensive version of John Wall. And if you want a Hall of Fame quick first step player, you can get what's his name, Stephon Marbury, who's only 1 inch smaller, a better shooter, Hall of Fame quick first step as well. Will dunk on everybody. You can get him for significantly. He's 20k as well. So there are so many better alternatives than John Wall for his price. Good card, don't get me wrong. Really good card, just again, really bad value. And at number 3, we're on to the first card that is over 100. Actually, this is the only card that's over 100k, and it's Steph Curry. The reason he's over 100k is the whole Rick Barry In fact, he's need to get Rick Barry. But no, Steph Curry is, I'm telling you, he's good, but he's a liability. He is definitely a liability. A 6'3" point guard who really only does one thing, and that's shoot the ball. Sure, he's got 9 Hall of Fame badges. Hall of Fame range extender is great. Hall of Fame quick draw. I'm telling you guys, I don't like Hall of Fame quick draw. I would much rather him just have it gold, because it feels like some people's releases are just too fast. Obviously, he's got dead eye as well, difficult shots, catch and shoot. But you know what? This is not the Curry of old. Like, sure, he's got like floor general and stuff, quick first step, gold. But this is not the Currys we saw back in the day. And Steph Curry's overall stats, sure, he's got a great 3-point shot. He shoots the ball well, but again, I'm of the opinion this year that pretty much any stat for 3-point over the rating of 85 feels the exact same. And for me, someone like Baron Davis shoots the ball better than Steph. He no longer has the ability to pull up for leaning threes like he's had every other year. Obviously, ball handles good, steals good, not a great defender, and not particularly fast, but not slow either for a point guard. The problem is that if you're going to be spending 100k plus on a player, I know obviously if you're using him for the challenge, but if you are actually using Steph Curry for Steph Curry, which to be fair, a lot of people are, he's just not going to be good value at all, because he can no longer do some of the stuff that made him Steph in 2K. He can no longer come off screens and hit leaning threes. Well, he can no longer do it consistently. He can no longer, I don't know. He just doesn't feel as much like Steph Curry this year. He just feels like he's definitely an inferior version to previous years. And I think that with the way the meta is and with the way the gameplay is this year, the fact that they tried to patch the likes of Hito and Kirilenko, it really has caused Steph Curry of all players to be kind of left behind. Unless, of course, we see a dunk in Steph Curry, which will be happening in around June. But as of right now, I don't rate this Steph Curry particularly highly, especially for someone that's 100k. So at number 2, we have got Diamond Steve Nash. I know why he's expensive, because he takes quite a while to evo. Like, he literally starts off at an emerald. Thing is, though, he's just not very good. His animations are glitchy. That is what's keeping him off number 1 in this list. His handle, his crossover and stuff is glitchy. Trust me, his animations are insane. He's got 3 Hall of Fame badges, needle threader, dimer, flashy passer, got floor general, got difficult shots. The weird thing is that you've got no range extender at all on Steve Nash. He's got quick first step goal, which is good. He's got quick draw, he's a steady shooter, but again, range extender is a really important badge for point guards, to be honest, and he just doesn't have it. So he's got a good 3 ball, his driving dunk, he can't dunk. He's got good ball handling, good passing stats, which is a given. Perimeter defense is okay, speed's good enough, lateral quickness is okay. So overall, you've got a decent point guard. I'm not going to say great point guard. You've got a decent card that's the price of a great card. Like 50k in this game can get you 1.5 Pascal. I know they're not the same position, but it can get you 1.5 Pascal Siakams. At times, it could have got you. It could have at one stage gotten you 4 Jeff Petries. Like, there are so many great cards that you can get, or that you could get for cheaper than this, and for 57k. And this is honestly the cheapest I've ever seen him up. He is a horrendously bad player. Horrendously bad for the price. Decent card, only decent, priced unbelievably high. And at number one, if you guys have ever watched this channel, you know that this is an obvious one. At number 1 is Steve Kerr Diamond. I hate this card so much. You don't understand how much I hate this card. Like, I genuinely, in my squads, I would use, I'm not going to go as far as say I'd use Isaac Bonga, but I'd use Emerald Bob Sura over Diamond Steve Kerr. And I have Diamond Steve Kerr on my PC squad. I hate the card. It is one of the worst cards that I have used this year. And I actually have him in my pack and play series, and I just can't use him. He's 100k. He's a diamond in a pack and play where I have Sapphires playing at the point, and I can't use him. He's that bad. He is terrible. Sure, he's got great shooting badges. Range extender, green machine seems great, catch and shoot, 18 goal badges. He's got no quick first step. Sure, he's got quick draw, difficult shots. He's got gold. Stats wise, obviously a great 3 ball. He's got no dunk, ball handles decent, perimeter defense actually alright, and speed to ball acceleration is alright, lateral quickness is alright. So you're thinking this card might be alright. I am telling you, he cannot hit a shot to save his life. He's again 98 3-point rating. He suffers from Channing Frye syndrome, where unless you green the shot, it's not going in. And which is a weird one. It's like if your rating's like 70 and you miss time shots, it's very well, not very likely, but it's a lot more likely to go in than if you miss time a shot with a 98 rated shooter. But he cannot hit a shot unless he's open. Or sorry, unless you green it. And it's a hard release to green. It is not an easy release to green, trust me. So yeah, that's a big reason why Steve Kerr is number one, and without question number one. Originally I had Mark Price on this list, but you can also argue Mark Price in his position here, or even in over Malcolm Brogdon or John Wall. He's another player you could put in, but whatever about the first two, those last three of Curry, Nash, and Steve Kerr are without question the top three worst value point guards in the game. So now we're on to the best value, and at number 5 we have got De'Aaron Fox. So De'Aaron Fox at 850, sometimes even 800 MT. He is what I would call the cheapest usable card in my team, or cheapest usable point guard. So there's cheaper cards, not that many of them cheaper though, but he is the cheapest of all the cards that you could say, okay, he's not absolutely unusable. And the rest of the cards that are similar price are completely unusable. De'Aaron Fox has got he's got 6 gold badges, but those 6 gold badges include quick first step, downhill, and stop and go, which is great to have. He's got silver floor general, got silver dimer, and he's also got bronze clamps, which isn't too bad. 6'3", so an okay height for a point guard. And the thing is, he's not got a great release, doesn't have quick draw, but if he's wide open, he'll hit 3-point shots with that 80 rating. And also, he's got good speed, speed ball, acceleration, especially for an initial card. While this card, you're not going to probably want to use this card much, but again, in terms of a best value list, it's kind of hard to not put, at least at the number 5 position, the cheapest card that you can buy and still do quite well with online, which is without question De'Aaron Fox. So at number 4 for around 2,700 MT, which is crazy. I bought this guy for 850k MT a couple of weeks ago. It's Fred VanVleet. So I was looking at some of the other cards, and cards I was thinking about putting in were like Devontae Graham, Ja Morant. Devontae Graham's like 9k MT right now. So I was like, okay, is there any cheap alternatives to Graham? And then I was like, okay, yeah, Fred VanVleet. So I don't know why his price is so expensive. I'm guessing the next time they release a promo pack, it's been kind of a while, well, obviously since Monday, but it's been 2 days since we've really got it, and prices are starting to creep up on players. But Fred VanVleet is a solid player. So he's got 17 gold badges. He's got floor general, he's got range extender, he's got quick draw, he's got quick first step, he's got silver giant slayer, he's got silver interceptor, and he's also got bronze clamps. A very undersized for a point guard. The thing is though, again, for 2,750, you're not going to get everything. He's going to shoot the ball really well, he's going to be really fast, and he's going to be a good perimeter defender on your other team's point guard. Not going to be someone that is going to dominate a game. Not going to be someone that you're going to be able to say go to the basket and score a lot. He's going to be someone that will be good on or off the ball, will play passable defense. And again, for 2,750, and this is the most expensive I've ever seen him, he's still very, very cheap and very, very good value. At number 3 for 16,000 MT, it is Stephon Marbury. So Marbury is a beast at Amethyst. I wouldn't suggest you guys to pick up any of the other versions, but Marbury at Amethyst is so good. So he's got a Hall of Fame quick first step and tight handles. Quick first step is huge. Again, as I said with the John Wall one, he's 16k, whereas John Wall's 75k. Got floor general gold. He's got quick draw gold. He's got an unbelievable release. He's got downhill gold, difficult shots gold. He's got silver dimer, flexible release. Not the biggest deal in the world, but stance wise, he had a good three ball, great mid range. His release is money, like absolutely money. When he's open, he's hitting every shot. Driving dunk's really good. Ball handle is really good. Perimeter defense is decent. Speed to ball acceleration of 94 is really good with that quick first step Hall of Fame. Lateral queens of 86 is good. 14 no clamps, so it's not like he's going to be locking up people. But other than that, like offensively, the one thing he lacks is range extender. Defensively, he's okay, except for the fact he doesn't have clamps, which, to be fair, someone like a John Wall only has silver. But again, that does help. So if you're looking at this guy for 16k, I know he's the most expensive player so far, but he's significantly better. This is where we start to get into an elite tier of point guards. And again, for 16k, you cannot go wrong with Stephon Marbury. And number 2 is another card that came out around, or it came out actually a week before Stephon Marbury, and it's Darrell Armstrong. So a lot of people have forgot about this card. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people have forgot about him. So while Charlie Ward, I'm pretty sure he's gone up in price on his Ruby, Darrell Armstrong has gone down and down and down. Like, I sold my Darrell Armstrong at the start of this series. Oh, sorry, it started No Money Spent series. This is the No Money Spent account I'm looking at. I started Darrell Armstrong, or I sold him at the start of this for like 40k MT. He is down to 13k, and I was considering keeping him at 40k. This is one of those weird cards. Like, you're looking at his height, his badges, you wouldn't say he'd be better than Marbury, which in a way he's not, in a way he is. So 6 foot tall, shoots the 3 well, shoots the mid well, unbelievable driving dunk, great ball handle, perimeter defense is good, speed, ball, and acceleration is good, but again, not Marbury good. But one thing about Darrell Armstrong is it's not the stuff that you see in the stats. It's just he gets... I have never blown by players as easy as with him. It's crazy. In my opinion, it's D Rose, number 1, for ability to just blow by people and get to the basket. And I'm not talking about Pink Diamond D Rose. I'm talking about Ruby D Rose. Ruby D Rose, number 1, and Darrell Armstrong, number 2. These are 2 guys that you can basically turbo at someone's hip, and you're going to go by no matter who it is. They are some of the most dangerous players going into the basket, and I don't know why. I don't know why I find this card so good. And another reason why he's ahead of Marbury is that you can always find Darrell Armstrong for around 14k. Normally Marbury's a little more expensive than 16k, but still, for this price, he is an absolute steal. And at number 1 for around 1700-ish MT is Colin Sexton. So first of all, Colin Sexton obviously has the dynamic duo. I don't know who it's with. Actually, no, is it Tristan Thompson? Is it? I can't even remember, but it doesn't really matter. But 88 offense, 81 defense overall. He is 6'2". He's got 17 goal badges, including quick draw. He's got quick first step, downhill. And Colin Sexton, if you use this card, he's so good. He's got a great 3 ball. He's got a really good dunk. He's fast. He can go to the basket. Perimeter defense is horrendous, but his lateral quickness is decent of 86. Speed to ball and acceleration is good, or it's really good at 94. And you know what? It's one of those weird ones. He feels taller than 6'2" when he's on the floor. And he also, from me using him, he doesn't get exposed on defense like the stats would suggest. Colin Sexton in-game plays really, really well, and there is no question about it. He's not quite an elite level point guard. Like, he's not quite Armstrong, or he's not quite Marbury level. I mean, you know what? For 1700 MT, he's 1/10 of the price of both of them. He can compete. And the fact is that he can compete with almost any point guard in the game for 1700 MT. Whereas, like, you could definitely say 3 weeks ago when Devontae Graham was this price, or when Kobe White was free, or stuff, that there were better value point guards. But we have not got a good cheap point guard in quite a while, and the point guard position is just getting more expensive and more expensive. Whereas Colin Sexton has stayed the same. Actually, he was about 1000 MT. He's doubled, but still, he is still a steal for 1700. So anyway, that's the video. The price of point guards have fluctuated so much over the past 2 weeks that a lot of the previous best budget ones are now gone way, way overpriced. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.